Hello, Frank Ray here with the National Real Estate Post. I am on the road driving to Boston, Massachusetts with my daughter, Maria Gray. Say hi to everyone, Maria. We're somewhere in Nebraska right now. We're filming this on the 4th of July. Obviously, this week's kind of a light week with everybody on vacation, but I think I have something fun for us. But before I get started, a quick reminder, Liberty Home Equity Solutions, our reverse mortgage sponsor on the show, they're doing a webinar series, which we've been doing, that has been going really, really well. And their next one coming up here, I believe it's July 26th. I'm not sure. You'll have to click the banner you see on the screen over on your right. But it's going to be cool because it's going to be all about marketing the reverse mortgage product. And they're going to teach you all that stuff. And the really cool thing about reverse mortgage, guys, is it's a huge segment that you can get involved in really easy with Liberty Home Equity Solutions. I mean, you can literally get involved and just send them referrals and get paid for that, you know, where they do everything on the loan, or you can go as deep on the loan product as you want. And of course, your compensation gets better the more involved you get. But that's how cool they are, and their resources are amazing. So anyway, this webinar is coming up on marketing the product. Click the banner you see on your screen over on your right to get started with that. Now on to our show. I did a show earlier this week with Barry Habib and my daughter Maria, and of course Barry was talking about things that are happening within the market, you know, with respect to interest rates and that type of a thing, and the pressures that are at hand pushing rates up. But then after that, we just had some millennial questions with my daughter Maria, because she indeed is a millennial, you know, and she's 23 years old, and she's going to school right now, of course. She's doing extended school where she's getting her PhD at Tufts University. That's where we're driving to right now. But I wanted to ask her some more questions. She hasn't been rehearsed on this at all. I'm just going to ask her some questions right now that I'm just going to fire at her here. And just for us as industry professionals, because obviously, you know, we are working with this demographic right now. There are young people her age and just a little bit older that are buying their first homes right now. And so I think it would be good to explore the thought process from an actual living, breathing millennial. I've got one in my car trapped. So this is what I want to know, Maria, is this. So if you're gonna buy a house, right? Let's say you're in the market today, you got your degree, you're ready to go. You and your boyfriend Ty, right? And you don't know me. You don't know your dad, right? I'm, you know, Mr. Real Estate Mortgage Guy and all your mortgage and real estate family that you're connected to, yes. Right? What would be your first thing that you would do? You and Ty, you decide, let's buy a house, and you don't know anybody in the industry. What would you do first?
Search the internet.
For what?
Realtors.
Oh, you would search for a real estate person.
I would probably go onto websites that are known for ad listings, like Zillow.
Okay.
Sort of look around for what I'm interested in, and if that house has the profile for the listing agent, then I would get in contact with the listing agent.
Okay, so good. Okay, so you would start with a listing website such as Zillow. You find a house that you think you're interested in. Now, here's an interesting question. You said you would look for a home first. Why wouldn't you see what you qualified for first? Why wouldn't you start with the mortgage process first?
I think because I just want to see what's out there first, and then once I contact somebody, they can go ahead and school me on what's doable and what's not.
So your knee-jerk is to look for a house that you like,
yes,
without even considering the mortgage yet, though.
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. All right, so let's say you get to that Zillow website, right? And you find the house that you think is appropriate for you, and you'd like to take a look at that. You said you would look at to see if the listing agent was on there.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now on those sites, they typically have multiple real estate agents on the side.
Yes.
You're aware of that?
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know she was aware of that. And being aware of that, do you know that those are not necessarily the listing agent?
No, I have no clue.
Okay, so you didn't know that. So if you saw 4 agents over on the right, which one would you go for? Just whoever looked best, or what would it be? Yeah, that's how it's going to be. There's going to be the house, and there's going to be like 4 agents sitting there. Like, these people can help you. How would you go about picking that person? Would it just be by how they looked, or would you go a little deeper? Would you care? Would you just go pick the first one and get me the information?
I would probably go through each one and Google search their name and see if they're affiliated with a company or not. See if they have any reviews on
So one of the main ways that real estate agents and mortgage professionals get new buyers, right, to work with is through referrals. In other words, someone, someone's looking for a home and they ask a friend, hey, who'd you use for your real estate, or who did you use to get your mortgage? And then the friend says, oh, I used Joey Evans at Solano Mortgage, or Brenda Garay at Vogelpool Real Estate. Would that come into play with you? Oh, you would?
I mean, if I had a friend that I knew purchased a house and they had a really good experience, then I would definitely go ahead and consider contacting that person.
Okay, and we're running a little long on time, but so let me back up then. You and Ty, you're thinking you're going to go buy a home. Let's say, but you have a friend who just went through that. Okay, would you start there, or would you start with Zillow like you said before, or would there be some sort of combination here?
I would probably start with the friend.
You'd start with the friend.
Yeah, just because I have that personal contact, I can ask my friend about the agent, make sure that they had a good positive experience rather than just relying with what's on the internet.
So that's good to know. So at the end of the day, I think real estate and lending is still the same, even with a millennial, and even with all the technology and the property websites. I'm sure you would still go on the property websites to see what's out there, even if you had the friend referring you to someone. But if you knew a friend for sure who just went through this, that would be your starting place.
Yeah.
You would start there.
Yeah.
Fascinating. So, I think the moral to this story is for all of us out there to understand that it's still a referral game, and the important piece of that puzzle is as professionals, we need to continually be asking for the referral from our database and our existing active pipeline, etc. But we have to continually be asking for that referral. I think that's important.
When I was looking for apartments in Boston and I reached out to the listing agent, she had a Zillow profile page, and then I contacted her directly through her phone number and email. After she was done helping me out secure an apartment, I left a review for her on Google and on Zillow, so that if other people searched her, they would know that she is genuinely a good agent and that, she's trustworthy. And she later thanked me, and she says that, the way that her business is ran is through a referral, so if anyone searches her and they see that, it helps her out.
Right. So if anybody came to you now and said, hey, I'm looking for an apartment in Boston too, you would do what?
I would recommend them to her.
That's how it works. Well, there you go. Take that, do what you will with it. Have a fantastic weekend if this is Friday you're watching this, or have a great Friday if it's Thursday when you're watching this. I'm not sure if Brian's doing it, which one of me and Brian is getting out a show out first. He's in Seattle with his family up there, but you'll be hearing from him as well. With that, you guys have a great one. We'll catch you later here. Do us a favor, forward, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you later from the National Real Estate Post. Nebraska looks very much the same from one end of it to the other. I really haven't seen a whole lot of difference, have you?
No, not at all.
See you guys.